actually lost 21 pounds in the 6 weeks, which obviously is huge. I mean, that is a lot of weight. Hello and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be starting this journey and sharing with you all things food, weight loss, and how to make weight loss and weight maintenance fun and interesting and exciting. And yeah, just giving you hopefully all of the tools that you need to lose weight and to maintain your weight without it feeling really dull and hard and boring. So I thought today I would start off my channel, and for my first video I'm going to share with you my own weight loss journey. So how I lost weight, so the exact method that I used to lose 3 stone back in 2016, and my journey really. Now there's a lot to it, and obviously that was 7 years ago now, and a lot has happened since. There's been so much learning along the way, but yeah, I just thought I'd start off with that, and then in the future I intend to do 1 video a week, and I'm just going to be sharing with you lots of recipes, lots of meal inspiration, maybe some lifestyle content, some what I eat in a day. So a lot of the content that I do on Instagram that seems to be really popular is sort of what I eat in a day, and all of the food that I eat, because I am really passionate about creating delicious, healthy but fun recipes that you can enjoy while still hitting your goals. So a little bit more about me, if you don't follow me over on Instagram. My name is Danni. I'm 37, I'm going to be 38 in a few weeks, can't believe that. Started my journey when I was 30, those 7 years have just gone so fast. I have a 3-year-old daughter, Noelle. I live in Leicester with my partner Sam, and I have 2 dogs and a cat. So yeah, so my journey started back, well actually it started probably when I was about 18, and I did Weight Watchers for the first time, and that really entrenched me in this sort of, it started me off in this sort of yo-yo dieting mindset. So although I did Weight Watchers, me and my friend did it together, we were really successful, we lost 2 to 3 stone during that, but I was never able to keep it off. I always ended up rebounding on the weight, and ultimately it led me down a path of yo-yo dieting and eating very little during the week, and then really eating a lot at weekends. So for years I did this. So I would eat really boring, low calorie meals during the week, and then because I was so fed up of all that restriction, it would come to Friday night and I would just go crazy. I would have huge takeaways, I would massively overeat, I'd make myself feel uncomfortably full, I would drink a lot every weekend, but not in a nice way. So I still drink now, but it's not in the way that I used to drink, in a way to kind of soothe myself. So much has changed since then, but I was in a really bad place, and when I got to 30 I just thought, I can't do this anymore, I can't live like this anymore, and there must be a better way. There must be a healthier way to lose weight and then to keep it off. And then, like magic, I got this newsletter through the door, and it was this fitness studio that I'd never heard of, and they had this big spread about how they did a weight loss plan, and it really intrigued me. So I booked in, and it just happened that they were doing a sort of 6-week challenge at the time. It was called a 6-week skinny jeans challenge. Getting your skinny jeans in 6 weeks, which I was like, great, I mean, this sounds perfect. It sounds like a thing that I can do. So I went down there, I had a chat with the owner, who asked, it was very different to the sort of Weight Watchers approach. So they spent a lot of time sort of really understanding why it was that this goal was important to me, digging deeper into why I wanted to lose weight. And I think that was a really big thing to me. That unlocked something within me, because I really discovered why it was important to me to be a healthy weight. It wasn't just about getting in those skinny jeans, it was about so much more. My personal reasons for wanting to lose weight were much deeper than that. And I think ultimately that's what kept me going this entire time, and still today is why I really do focus on being healthy. So I embarked on this 6-week challenge. There was a whole group of us doing it. Again, nutrition had been something I'd focused on, but exercise, I've never been someone that was very active. I was never that girl at school that enjoyed PE. I was the girl that was getting my mum to write notes so that I didn't have to do it. I really wasn't an active person, and that was kind of my identity. I felt like I was more of a lazy person. So that took some undoing, and I joined gym memberships before and never really, gone to a couple of classes and then it fell off the wagon. This was brand new to me. This was strength training as well, and this was such a new concept. I've never done it. I thought it was just for men in gyms, and it was scary and you'd get really big and muscly, but it wasn't that at all, and I learned that along the way. So I started this 6-week challenge. So I was doing 3 strength training sessions a week. They gave us a step goal, but the main thing that I learned, and the main thing for me that I took away, is the nutrition side. So it was actually a really simple approach, and it was based on the precision nutrition approach to eating, which I've now gone on to do my own coaching qualification with precision, because I buy into it so much. And essentially we learned how important that eating protein, fat, carbs and veggies with every meal, and so it's so simplified, and using your hand as a portion guide. So on this challenge, I had a paper food diary. I didn't track calories or anything like that. All I needed to do was eat a palm-sized portion of protein, a cooked handful of carbs, a thumb-sized portion of fats, and then 2 fistfuls of veggies with every single meal. And then I would have like 3 to 4 meals a day, depending on how hungry I was. And we were also encouraged to have splurges each week. So we could have 2 to 3 splurges, which could be anything you liked. It could be a glass of wine, some chocolate, whatever, a takeaway. And I fully embraced this. So I was like, right, I'm gonna do this. So I started to build my meals, and because I didn't really have any idea about how to make that balanced plate into a proper meal, I did start off just having things like eggs on toast with some avocado for fats, or a piece of chicken with rice and veg, which is really boring. But as I grew more confident and understood it more, I started to develop recipes and ways of putting food together to make them into like family classics, but they still fitted in with that sort of fundamental framework. And that's when I started my Instagram and sharing the recipes on there, which is obviously built up to a lot more today, where I'm posting sort of daily, and I have meal plans, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, so I that's all I did. I ate 3 to 4 meals that were built like that a day, every single day, and I had my 3 splurges a week, and I would have things like, I remember once I really wanted a chocolate orange, a Terry's chocolate orange. So my splurge for that week was a Terry's chocolate orange, and I sat and I really enjoyed it at the weekend. And I would say one of the biggest things for me as well was just learning not to use food as like just a mathematical equation, but to actually really not to just see it as fuel, but to really practice mindful eating, and to practice knowing when to eat, like not just because it's breakfast or lunch, but because I'm actually hungry, and also stopping eating when I was full. All those things that seem so basic and so simple, I wasn't doing. So I really started to embed that as well into my daily eating habits, and it made such a big difference. And I actually lost 21 pounds in the 6 weeks, which obviously is huge. I mean, that is a lot of weight. So I probably would say a lot of that was water weight, because I was eating such a bad diet before I started. I must have been very inflamed. But yeah, I mean, I was so motivated to carry on once I'd completed that 6 weeks. And yeah, so I just joined the gym as a full-time member. I committed to a year. It was a really expensive gym. I've never invested that much money in myself ever before. But I decided that I wanted to do this. I knew it worked. So I committed to join for a year. And I carried on exactly the same way. So doing the workouts each week, doing the step goal, which I think was around 10 to 12,000 steps, and eating in that way, in that new way. And so this was in the March that I began my journey. And by the time I got to, I think it was October, November, I'd hit my goal weight, which I ended up, so I started off at around 72 kilos and 37% body fat. So I'll insert a picture here of my starting point, and then that was in the March, and then by the time I got to the November, I was 54 kilos and around 15% body fat. So I did get quite lean, and then I did a little photo shoot to celebrate, so I'll insert those pictures here as well, which is so exciting to celebrate my journey. So yeah, I ended up losing, what is that, 72 kilos to 54 kilos. It's like 18 kilos in about a 6-month period. So that is a lot. Is that 18 kilos? No. Yes, it is. So yeah, I mean, that was amazing. And I just learned so much, and it just gave me this new passion. And ever since then, I've gone on a journey of learning about myself, more about nutrition, and then eventually helping other people as well. So I'm no longer 54 kilos, by the way. So as you can see, I'm not like super lean or anything. I'm probably somewhere in the middle right now, and I've been maintaining this weight for the last 6 years since that journey began, as well as learning things on the way. So that's why I feel really passionate about it, because it is a sustainable approach. It's not like Weight Watchers or Slimming World or any sort of faddy diet that you can stick to for 6 weeks, but then it's impossible to fit into your everyday life. I've really learned how to make it a lifestyle, and I feel so passionate now about sharing that with everybody else that may be struggling with their weight, and how to have an enjoyable lifestyle whilst maintaining a weight that feels comfortable to you. So there's so much more to my journey that I haven't spoken about today. I don't want this video to be really long and waffly because it's my first video, and I don't want people to be switching off thinking, God, she's boring. I just want to share that kind of initial information with you, and then I'll share much more about my journey along the way. I've obviously had a child between then and now. So I've gone through pregnancy, lost weight again. I've also had some hormonal issues that have come as a result of weight loss, which I would love to share a bit more about as well, because I know that a lot of people have these same issues. And yeah, I'm just really excited to share my food content with you as well, and hopefully inspire some of you to go on your own journeys and have an enjoyable way of life as well. Sorry, my dog is growling at something. Ted, stop it. So I'm going to leave it there for today's video. I hope that's been useful, and I hope that's given you something to think about and a different approach. If you are interested in finding out more about that, I do monthly meal plans. So I share 30 recipes every single month with my meal plan subscribers. So I'll pop a link in the description box if you're interested in finding out more about that. I also do challenges of my own, which are very similar to that skinny jeans challenge, but with a My Balance Kitchen sort of slant on it, so it is a bit different, and you get access to all of my recipes and things like that. I'm going to be talking about all of these things a lot more, but I'll pop some links down in the description box so you can go check that out if you're interested. If you feel like you want to see some more content like this, you're interested in recipes, food content, more weight loss tips, please do subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you did, and join this little community, which is currently at 0 and hopefully will grow. And also please give my video a like if you found this useful today, or if you've been able to take something away. I would really appreciate that. So thank you so much if you've made it this far. I hope that this video has been interesting. I hope that you've learned something today, and that's been a really useful 10 minutes of your time. And if you want any help on your journey, please do reach out to me. Please do comment below with anything that you'd love to share or ask, and I will respond to any comments or questions as well about this. But thank you so much, and I will be uploading a video every single week now. This is my goal for the year. I'm going to be uploading a YouTube video every single week. I plan to do it on a Sunday at 6 o'clock, so you know when it's coming. Yeah, if you've got anything that you'd love to see, then please do comment below and I will make sure that that's on the plan. But for now, until next time, thank you so much for listening and I will see you next week.